Good morning to you. I am Mark Sudduth, and here's what's up in the tropics for the 27th of July, 2022. Satellite imagery this morning shows a very clear Gulf, Caribbean, and Western Atlantic. No areas of organized deep thunderstorm activity, or what we call convection. None of that to worry about right now. In the Eastern Pacific, we do have Tropical Storm Frank, and I think it's Tropical Depression number 8, if memory serves. Both of these systems kind of close to each other, and they will kind of interact with each other a little bit. They're just a little bit too close to each of them become very strong, so they will eventually weaken over the Pacific. Frank might become briefly a hurricane, but that's going to be far enough off the coast of Mexico to not worry about any impacts there. Sliding over to the rest of the deep tropics, way out on the eastern Atlantic, a lot of energy out there with these tropical waves coming off of Africa. But that dry, dusty air, that's the story, the Saharan air layer, and just the general sinking pattern to the atmosphere, not allowing any deep thunderstorm activity to get going. That is going to be the case here. It's currently happening, and it's going to be the case for the next several days, it does appear. And we can see on the vorticity signature here, there are a few areas of energy, but again, what is lacking is the instability in the atmosphere, and that is for the atmosphere to be able to create deep thunderstorms. That's just not there, so we don't see anything organizing in the Atlantic Basin now, and it doesn't look like that'll change anytime soon. However, this is very interesting. I showed this briefly yesterday, so I thought I'd bring it up here again today. This is the sea surface temperature anomaly chart, and out here in the deep tropics from the coast of Africa all the way over to the islands here of the Eastern Caribbean, that main development region, or MDR as we call it, continuing to warm up, and that's because the pattern has changed. There are more westerly winds down near the surface, and the trades have slowed a little bit. And as we get towards the middle part of August, that could become very important once the pattern does become more favorable naturally. We call that climatology. That warmer than average water could become a breeding ground. It really could, for strong hurricanes to get going, as the rest of the Atlantic, the Gulf, Caribbean, is all very, very warm compared to average. And that cold area you see up there, that's in the subtropics, and that really does help to promote focusing the energy down in the deep tropics once we get to the climatological peak in about 3 weeks or so. But for the next 5 days, as you can see here on the GFS, this is the 6Z run from this morning. Nothing at all in the Atlantic that is consolidating, and that looks to remain the case again for the next 5 days or so. I am still in the desert Southwest. Today is our last full day of tracking the monsoon, which has been pretty active out here, which is good news. They need the moisture. The rainfall is a very welcome sight, but the impacts that go with it, those can become problematic. Flash flooding, lightning from time to time, that can cause fires, and we don't certainly need those out here. But the monsoon rains have been very beneficial, and that's a good thing to see. I fly back late tomorrow night, and I'll be back in the office after that. It's been an interesting week out here, but I am looking forward to getting back home. All right, that is it from me for this Wednesday. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I'm Mark Sudduth. This has been What's Up in the Tropics. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.